Well guys, welcome to Quail. Today we're taking an exclusive look at Lamborghini's newest hypercar. I am so excited to see what this looks like, starting with the Reventon, moving on to the Sesto, Elemento, the Centenario, the Sion, the Countach, and more. We finally have the latest few off. Pagani always has an incredible display. We've got the glorious Zonda R right there, another Zonda over here. I love the fact that their booth looks like the exhaust on a Pagani. And then we have the Zonda Revolucion. I love the white exhaust. That looks so epic with the titanium tips, and coming over to their latest creation, the Huayra R with a naturally aspirated V12, one of the best sounding cars of all time. Hearing this thing at Goodwood Festival of Speed is something else. Taking a look at the Huayra R Evo, that exhaust setup, rear diffuser, and massive wing. Actually, first time taking a look at the interior. Look at those carbon fiber doors. The steering wheel with Alcantara wraps is absolutely nuts. This thing is breathtaking. Look at those seats just formed into the carbon fiber monocoque. Coming around to the front, this is one of the best looking, best sounding cars ever made, bar none. And look at that roof scoop. There are two very significant anniversaries happening at this show. We've got an anniversary for the Ferrari F50 and the 60th anniversary of the Shelby GT350. So we have a ton of GT350s. I'm trying to figure out, one of these is my dad's, but I don't know the plate number, and they literally all look the same. So here is a brand new luxury car that I just saw online recently. This thing looks insane. I actually love the fact that it looks so retro. We have all of these different basically resto mods with Porsches and BMWs and Ferraris, but it's cool to see basically a modern resto mod with an entirely new design. This thing is crazy. And then look at this, a Baja Off-Road 911. I actually love the way this thing looks. Look at the hood vents, massive suspension, huge knobby tires. It's cool, you can see the manual 991 interior. And then when you pull out, it's just like nothing else you've seen before. How ridiculous is this? A 300 SL resto mod. That thing is insane on HREs. I forget if this one is electric or not, but it's on air suspension, HREs, Gullwing 300 SL. That is absolutely crazy. Here's a car I've never seen before, the Piranha Zagato. Such a long nose. Zagato has some unbelievable design language. Let's get a load of the back. What kind of interesting taillights. And then we've got the SSC Tuatara that hopefully tomorrow we are taking for a spin and doing a point of view review of. I'm excited for that. This has to be the craziest Jaguar I have ever seen. Look at the bubble single seater. That's gotta be terrifying and extremely claustrophobic to be inside there. I love the design though. Then we've got one of the best displays every year, the evolution of the supercar, starting with the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. Then coming over here, I'm actually not sure what that is. We'll see it opened later on in the video. Beautiful Performante, nice Mercy Roadster, beautiful Regera under wraps, and then the Agera RS that we rallied in. That thing is so damn awesome. This car sounds so good. If you missed the video racing this against the McLaren 600 LT, make sure to check that out on the channel. Then we've got a gorgeous yellow CGT. That color is stunning. This was actually Christine's favorite car of the week so far, the CGT. What do you think of the color?
I like it.
It's pretty epic. We've got the Gallardo Spider Performante, another one of my favorites. And then look at this Lanzante P1 convertible. That's right, the P1 never came as anything but a coupe, but Lanzante cut the roof off of this car, creating probably one of the most wild driving experiences known to man. With the full Golf livery, even in the interior, that has got to be an absolute riot to drive. And then we have the McLaren Elva over here, the windshield-less supercar, and a Huracan Storado. We've got the ZR1X in Quail Silver, an exclusive color for the ZR1X that actually looks really nice. I actually couldn't tell in pictures. This is a satin finish and really shows off the aggressive body lines of the ZR1X. This might be my favorite color on the ZR1, actually. Everyone cleaning the Aston Martin 177. I forget if it was last year or the year before. There was like 7 of these in a row, which is pretty nuts considering how rare this car is. SLS Black Series, one of my favorites as well. And then look at this, the Vector W8. We actually saw this on the road And it blew my mind because at first I had no idea what this was. From afar, it kind of looks like a Countach, but that is just a crazy design. Look at the side view mirror integrated into the windows and that rear wing. Oh, that is awesome. How cool is this? So we just reviewed the Koenigsegg CC850, which is actually the reinterpretation of this car. This was the first ever Koenigsegg prototype. It's the first time it's been in the United States, and it looks absolutely insane. Get a load of this blue Alcantara interior and that manual transmission. That is nuts. A whole bunch of Countaches next to each other. The Wolf of Wall Street car, probably one of the hardest cars to drive that I've ever reviewed, but it looks so good. Another CGT, Superleggera, SV. I actually originally ordered the SVJ in this car, Rosso Bia. I think it looks so good under the light. Even, there's no sun right now, it looks absolutely insane. It was the launch color for the SV, and it just looks so good. Christine is so funny. So I was wearing the backpack, and every year at Quail, she's like, can I hold the backpack? Which obviously I say no, and then she begs. Why?
It makes me look useful, and like I'm doing a job.
Here's a car I forgot existed, the Alfa Romeo Disco Volante, and it is really cool to look at. I don't know why I like this car so much, because it looks kind of strange at the front, but really unique design language, and I love how the front fender kind of cuts in over that front wheel. And if we come around to the rear, it's got kind of Zagato styling in the back. That is wicked. It's actually ridiculous how many Shelby GT350s are next to each other right here. These things are starting to get really, really expensive. They're rare and incredibly fun to drive. I actually took one on a cross-country rally a long time ago called the Great Race. Very cool to see. How cool are these? The Gembala Marcian, based on the 911 Turbo S. They're only making 40 of these at $750,000 each. Kind of has 959 stylistic elements to it, but also a very unique design as well. I think they just look wicked. I just noticed this for the first time on the Wyra R. Look at the little, basically ailerons. It looks like it's from an airplane, adjustable wingtips on the wing itself. That is wicked. As always, some really cool cars from Roof. I love the way that looks. So long, almost has kind of CGT proportions to it. Well, this is cool to see. Last year we went for a ride in the Eccentrica V12, but now they have 3 of them, one of which is in full exposed carbon fiber, and the other one is in this beautiful green color. A resto mod based on the Lamborghini Diablo. I absolutely love the design language. Those 2 massive roof scoops at the rear of the engine. These things are really well crafted. This has to be one of the wildest road legal conversions. So behind me is Pet Fred's 935 that's been converted to be street legal by Lonzante. This thing is based on the GT2 RS and was supposed to be track only, but as you can see, it has a license plate, and he actually drove this on the road on Fuel Run Rally. I love those aero covers on the wheel. Basically designed after the original 935, that slant nose design looks so cool, and you can kind of see GT2 RS in the bottom of the front bumper. So here we've got a track-only version of the 935 in a wicked livery, and next to it, the Mazda 787B, one of the best-sounding race cars of all time, with a 4-rotor rotary engine. These things absolutely scream, and then next to it, a gorgeous manual-only 911 ST. Singer always crushes it with their displays, whether it's at Goodwood or at Quail. Such a gorgeous blue color. And then look at this, they literally have basically a briefcase opened up with a whole bunch of wheels and tires and a front bumper. That is epic. And we've got some familiar cars over here. The Sedair Spear that just reclaimed the 0 to 400 to 0 record, and hopefully we'll head to Laguna Seca on Sunday and set a new lap record. And then we've got the Gemera with the awesome Ghost package and that carbon fiber roof box that is so wicked. See what I'm talking about? I almost missed this. They've got an engine just out in the open. That thing is an absolute masterpiece with a flat fan on top. That is wicked.
Mr. Stefan Winkelmann.
Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lamborghini. You know, it's always a pleasure to be at Monterey Car Week. And especially because the US for us is the most important market. And within the US, California is the market number one. And I have to tell you that this year, no, the year 2025, for me especially, is a very important year because I first started to work in Lamborghini 20 years ago. And together with the team, we worked hard to bring the company where it is today. Now we moved from 2 to 3 models. We're working on the number 4. We have developed the derivate strategy. We have 5 times more employees than it was in 2005. We are delivering 7 times more cars than 20 years ago. And most importantly, the brand value and the company value increased dramatically. And this is helping us for sure to face future challenges better than we have ever done in the past. And today we are here to celebrate our world premiere of a few off. Now we started with a few off almost 20 years ago when we first launched the Reventon, then the Sesto Elemento, no, the Veneno, the Centenario, Sian, and in 2021 we presented here one few off, which was the Lamborghini Countach. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask Ruben Moore, our Chief Technical Officer, and Mitya Borkar, our Design Director, to join me on stage and to unveil this wonderful. So it's quite something. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Lamborghini Fenomeno. Fenomeno is, like in the best Lamborghini tradition, the name of a fighting bull. No, this bull fought in the arena in Mexico in 2002, and it was pardoned because it was a very brave bull and it was a very noble bull, so something really exceptional. And when we speak about Lamborghini, it's about design, it's about performance, and it's about innovation. And ladies and gentlemen, when we speak about design for Lamborghini always has to be very different, but also recognizable. And there are 2 items which are especially known to be recognizable. One is the stance line, which is starting from the front until the rear of the car. And then if you look the car from the front, you have this squared greenhouse, which is unique in the super sports car business. And then, for us, function follows form. So this is something which is really important for Lamborghini and not the other way around. And like Aristotle has said in the past, now, form is substance itself. And when we look then further, I give you some examples about the aerodynamics and the cooling of the car. Let's start with the aerodynamics. So we have here this air duct with the airflow which is coming out of here, which is going over the roof of the car, and then entering the air scoop, which is helping also for sure to cool down the engine, but most of all it's for the aerodynamic pressure in the back of the car. And if we speak about cooling also here, no, as an example, the side floor, we have those big air intakes, which is helping a lot to cool down the car. And then the chassis and the body is entirely made out of carbon fiber, which is a very light and stiff material. And this is something which is helping to reduce, or to improve a lot the handling behavior of the car. And then when we come to the heart of the car, the engine, it's the most powerful engine we've ever had. Now it's a V12 naturally aspirated engine with 3 electric motors and has a power output of 1,080 horsepower. And this is helping, together with the weight of the car, to have the best weight to power ratio of just 3.67 pounds per horsepower. And at the end of the day, this is helping to jumpstart this car from 0 to 62 in just 2.4 seconds. The top speed is over 270 miles per hour. And ladies and gentlemen, the Fenomeno, as I said at the beginning, is just a few off. So we're going to produce this car only 29 times. And guess what? All these cars are already sold out. And I know that amongst you there are some of the customers which bought the car, and this is very positive. So thank you very much for this, and thank you all for being here today, and Forza Lamborghini. And now I invite my team to join me on stage for the ritual photo. Grazie.
Check this out, guys. This is the all-new Lamborghini Fenomeno, the newest few-off hypercar from Lamborghini, and it's actually the fastest Lambo ever made with the most amount of horsepower. Powered by a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 with 3 electric motors, it makes 1,080 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, and there are some crazy aerodynamic elements of the car as well. Let's go to the front end. The front is inspired by the GT3 Huracan. We've got that S duct, really cool. The side is inspired by the SC V12, the track-only car. And for the first time, we have carbon CCMR brakes, as well as a 6D sensor. Look how cool those side vents are. Hello. I don't know. Only 29 of these will be built. The few-off program started in 2008 with the Lamborghini Reventon, and then we moved on to the Veneno, the Sesto Elemento, so on and so forth.